Hi guys, how's it going? I just wanted to walk through the pack that I've sent you out for this week's plan. It uses the document that I sent on last week, the Level 3 Application of Number Unit 2 Learner Pack. You covered pages 1 to 16 of that last week, so this is just following on from that, okay? The lesson plan just says that you need to follow that pack, and I'll send you a video, which is this. That will step through it. So I want you to read pages 17 and 18. These questions this week are on calculating area. Okay, so we are on page 17 here, I think. And I'll scroll down through it so you can have a look. It talks about working out the area of a lawn or a floor or a wall. It can be important in everyday life. For example, we need to know the area of the floor if we want to know how much carpet or tiling to get for it. We've had this conversation many times, so I think you should be okay with it. The learning outcomes are that you'll be able to calculate the area of a square and a rectangle, understand the meaning of a unit squared, for example, meter squared, centimeter squared, and so on. I mentioned those earlier in the video about measuring the area of furniture. Calculate the cost of covering a surface given its area and the cost of the surface per meter squared. Okay, so that's what it's going through. Whoops, sorry, I went a bit fast there. You will need a calculator and a pen and paper. Okay, flying not too fast there. Okay, so what I want you to do is read through this material here. You know that we write the area of something in square units. Covered that before. So to measure the area of a rectangle, you measure the length of the rectangle, measure the width of the rectangle, and then multiply the length by the width. And that's the same thing as I spoke to you about earlier in the video about measuring the table. Okay. And they're talking here about a new grass surface for a soccer pitch. This is task 1. So a soccer pitch basically is a rectangle. So you're going to measure that or be given the measurements for it, and you're going to figure out what the area of it is. And then you're going to be told how much it costs for grass per square meter. Okay, so it asks you first to figure out the area using the width and the length. That's given in the picture above. And then it tells you that a new grass surface costs €5 per square meter. So depending on the answer you get for the area, you'll be able to figure out how much it'll cost to buy a new grass surface for the pitch. Okay. Okay. What do I say in the lesson plan? Okay, yeah. Read through page 17 and 18. There's a question on page 19, and the answer is worked through for you on page 20. Okay, so this is what we're talking about here. So we have looked at the first couple of pages. It says now look at the answer on the next page and see how to work it out. So try and work it out yourself first, but if you're having problems with it, go to the next page and look at the answer. Okay, and they work it out here. Okay, so I'll let you look through that and make sure you understand it. And then task 2 goes on to talk about a new grass surface for the soccer pitch. Okay, so the manager decides or wants to make the pitch wider so that his wingers have more space during a match. So to do this, he changes the width of the pitch to 75 centimeters. So now you've got a new width measurement. Okay, the length stays the same and the cost of the grass per square meter stays the same. So you need to get the new area calculation and the new cost. Okay, don't worry about this one. You don't have practice sheets and force. Don't worry about that. Okay, so that's the first. And then it says attempt the 2 area worksheets that are attached below. Okay, they are the 2 separate worksheets that I sent with the pack, so you'll get those. You'll also get them in email. Okay. Now moving on to the next bit. I think we're on page 21 here. Can't see the bottom, so I'm not 100% sure. But this is about creating models of furniture. Okay. So you have a few videos about this. It's about finding the area of objects. It's important in real-life tasks such as designing the structure and layout of a room. For example, you would calculate the area to fit furniture into certain parts of the room, or for measuring how much carpet you'd need for a floor, or for finding a TV unit with the right dimensions for your TV. I've done that before. I've bought a TV that was too big for the unit that we had for it. Not very clever. Okay. So let's move on down here. So this is stuff that you already know. Area is recorded in units squared, whether it's centimeters squared like I did for the table in the video that I did earlier today, or meters squared like you were talking about above in the football pitch. The area of a rectangle is measured by multiplying the length by the width, as is the area of a square. Just with the square, the length and the width are the same. Okay. So here it's asking you to draw a couch and find its area. Okay, now this may be hard to see in the video, but it'll be easier to see in your pack. So your couch is 8 centimeters high and 18 centimeters wide. Okay, draw a horizontal straight line. Horizontal means going across, okay, of length 18 centimeters. At each end of this line, draw a perpendicular line. Perpendicular means like a right angle, okay, T-junction. Draw a line perpendicular to it of length 8 centimeters. Okay, so that's basically drawing an 18 centimeter line across and then an 8 centimeter line on each side. And then it wants you to draw another horizontal line going across, okay, which will basically give you the rectangle that represents the size of the couch. Okay, now it's asking you what is the area of that couch, and you'll be able to see the answer on the next page, but I expect you know how to do that at this point, so give it a shot and see what you get. And remember, you can use your calculator for this. It doesn't have to be worked out longhand. Okay, so it gives you the answer and then how to work it out. Okay, and then it asks you to choose 2 pieces of furniture from the list below and draw a 2D model of those 2 pieces of furniture using these measurements. So the same thing that they did with the couch above, they want you to do with any 2 rather of these. Okay, and then it's asking you to work out the area of each one. So up here they want you to draw a 2D model of one of these 4. You've already done the couch. You can do the couch again if you want, I suppose. But it wants you to work out the area of each one. Okay. I think that's all we need from this document at the moment. Yes, so do the drawing of 2 pieces of furniture and then calculate the area of all 5 pieces of furniture. So that won't be a problem to you. We step through that. Now, what I'd like you to do is I want you to measure a room in your house, the length of the width. If your room is not a square or a rectangle shape, just break it up into squares or rectangles and get the area of each part and then add them together for the total area. It's very similar to what you're doing for the Area 5 worksheet. I didn't send you the answer sheets to Area 4, I think it's Area 3 and Area 5 worksheets you have. I will send them to you in email so you have them. You'll need a measuring tape, but if you don't have one, you can measure it out with your feet. I did record myself measuring something out with my feet earlier on today on my phone, but the file is too big to send, so I'm going to have to figure out a different way to show you that. But basically just start from the corner of a room and put the heel of one foot right into the corner, and then put the heel of your other foot in front of the toe of the foot behind. That's 2 feet, okay? That's, not 2 feet as in 12 inches each, but 2 of your feet. And then continue putting one foot in front of the other, counting every foot length as you go. Okay. Try to draw a plan of your room. So say, for example, your room is 3 meters wide and 5 meters long. Use 2 centimeters on a ruler to represent each meter in real life. So this means that in your drawing, your room will be 2 centimeters multiplied by 3, 2 centimeters for every meter. So that's 2 by 3 wide and 2 centimeters by 5 long, which is the same as 6 centimeters on a ruler and 10 centimeters. 6 centimeters wide on a ruler and 10 centimeters long on a ruler. If you're pacing out the size of your room with your feet, you'll get a bigger number. So you can probably use 1 centimeter or maybe even half a centimeter for every foot that you measure. Okay, and I will try and get that video to you. Then I'd like you to measure the larger items of furniture in the room. Do it the same way, either with a measuring tape or with your feet, and add these into your room plan. Okay. So you're going to end up with something like this. This is a fairly simple dining room, and you can see the table and the 8 chairs are included there. Okay, but you'll need to know obviously the width and the length of the room, and the width and the length of the table, and the size of the chairs to draw that. Okay, so have a go with that and see how you get on. It doesn't have to be extremely accurate. Just have a try, see how you get on. Okay. That's it for today. There will be a couple of videos with this, and I'll send you the answer sheets to the area worksheets that were included in the pack that was sent out. You get it all on email as well. Okay, thanks guys, bye.